On today's episode of Front Page Tech, we're talking about the best Black Friday deals, so we can fill our description with affiliate links. I'm kidding. No, we are not. Alright, so for real, first up for the day, story numero uno, we're gonna talk about iPhone 15. And I know you think it's too early, but I'm usually premature. Anyway, the story comes from a shrimp, which, according to Wikipedia, are crustaceans, a form of shellfish with elongated bodies and a primarily swimming mode of locomotion that, leaks apple stuff. So, highly credible. This is a highly credible crustacean. In a tweet via Shrimp Apple Pro, we have an idea of what the upcoming iPhone 15 is going to look and feel like. Oh, and the whole reason that I'm even mentioning this report is because this account, Shrimp Apple Pro, was actually the very first person to say that the eye cutout thing was coming on iPhone 14. And he said it way early. From Shrimp's tweet, and I quote, "So the new iPhone 15, from the early information that I have, the iPhone 15 will feature a new border design. The back edge corner, as pointed out in the images, will be rounded and not square anymore. The material will also be titanium. Still very early to take it as it is." And in a follow-up, they compare it to the iPhone 5C, of all things on this planet, if you remember that. So like the 5C, I don't know, we'll keep looking into it. Interesting. Apple going back to the more rounded, more, shall I say, comfy design. Don't get me wrong, I like flat edges on the iPhone. I think flat edges look great. But in terms of how it feels, in terms of comfort, in terms of in-the-hand-onomics, that's the thing. Anything that gets us closer to the iPhone 10, iPhone XS level of comfort in the hand, sign me up!
Because like all things, the iPhone is a cycle. First, it is round, and then it is not. And then what is not becomes round again. So says Tim.
But really, I wonder if it's going to look like the iPhone 5C, or how the curve works on the MacBook Pro, where it starts flat and then gets a little butt, or if it'll actually be something closer to what the newer Samsung devices look like. Either way, I'm down. I'm up. If you know what I mean. Also, titanium, that's huge. We have been saying this for years, and finally it looks like iPhone 15 is the one. iPhones have been aluminum and glass and stainless steel and plastic, go away, for forever. So, to go titanium. Oh, honey, that's big and journal-like. So don't you disappoint me, Shrimp Apple Pro, you little seafood. I will find you and put you in a taco so fast your little delicious head will spin. Faster than Phil Schiller deleted his Twitter account. Try and block me now, Phil. Yeah, that's what you get. That's right. I'm gonna get you. You know, I was thinking, we do this really cool thing when we want food. Like, when we want to go to restaurants, we usually look up the restaurants closest to us, check out the reviews to see if it's even worth going. We do the same thing with products. We check out reviews to see if it's worth buying. And then I realized, why aren't we doing that with doctors? That's why this episode is sponsored by ZocDoc. ZocDoc is a free app that shows you doctors who are patient-reviewed, take your insurance, and are available when you need them. Find every specialist under the sun, whether you're trying to straighten those teeth, fix an achy back, get that mole checked out, or anything else. Listen, man, I'm not judging. ZocDoc has you covered. So go to ZocDoc.com/FPT and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find the doctor that is right for you. Book an appointment in person or remotely, whatever works for you and your schedule. Again, that is ZocDoc.com/FPT to get started. And of course, a huge thanks to ZocDoc for sponsoring this episode. Alright, so welcome back. So last up for the day, story numero lasto, Apple is finally making the always-on display on the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max a little less awful. A little less on. Coming soon in iOS 16.2 and currently available in the beta is the ability to disable your wallpaper from always on mode and also notifications. Yes! Seriously, you have no idea how big of a deal this is. My stupid little lizard brain has not been able to separate the concept of iPhone on must mean have notifications must look. If you saw my iPhone 14 not review, that is one of my biggest points that I mentioned. If I even see my iPhone 14 Pro out of the corner of my eye and the screen is always on, my little eyes twitch like a caveman searching for a saber-toothed tiger threatening my cave wife. It's just an evolutionary defense mechanism at this point. So yes, Tim, please make the screen kinda on. I'll even take sorta on. I'm not the only one that feels this way, by the way. Since the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max have come out, people have complained about how it's just too on. And even though it's 1 Hz refresh rate and all sorts of other Apple magic whatever, it still drains your battery like a baby sucking on a boobie full of orange juice. Or whatever they got in there. Hey, I don't know. I'm not a baby or a booby person. Just, Tim, for me, for Jern, and for everyone watching, make this a little less terrible. And I don't know, if you're feeling frisky, maybe acknowledge the fact that we were all right about this one. Like Luke Miami or whatever his name said. I love when Apple clearly implements public demand, but they always just act like nothing happened, lol. How's that for Apple magic? What's that? You want to see magic? Okay, check this out. Haha, I'm gone. You can't see me. Wait, where am I? What the? Oh, hey, Steve.